Tonight on another edition of We Have Food at Home, we made katsu musubis our way. So stay tuned to see how we made these. They came out so good. Okay, I have to do a voiceover over this video because my fan is extremely loud. But we're going to use a turkey spam and a less sodium spam. I'm just using what we have in the cabinet. And now we're going to make our sauce for the spam after we coat it and fry it. So for that, we use shoyu. It's Aloha shoyu, even though it says Kikkoman. I put Aloha in the bottle. We're going to pour the entire thing into this bowl. Take the lid off. It'll make it quicker. And I'll figure that out later. And if you want to speed through any of this, just push the top right corner. It'll go in 2 times fast forward. And here I'm finally realizing that it's best if I just open it up and pour it in. About that much. And then next we're going to add 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. I generally don't measure. I just eyeball depending on how much I put in there. How much soy sauce I put in. I'll show you. About that much is good. And then to that, we are also going to add some garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic, but I rather use just garlic powder and then ginger powder. It just adds a little bit of flavor to it. It tastes so good. Put about that much of that in there. We're going to mix that up and we're going to put that on the side and just let that marry together while we finish the rest of it. And this is how this looks. Next, we have a bowl of just all-purpose flour, a bowl of panko breadcrumbs. It has to be the panko. And then I have about 3 or 4 eggs in here that are whipped up. And then now we're gonna get everything laid out and ready to start preparing. Oh, and don't forget the furikake, which goes into the sushi rice. You need a whole pot of cooked sushi or Hawaii rice, and you're gonna add furikake to that when it's done. This is the nori that I do have. It wasn't the best. I'm going to tell you that. I need to find a better brand up here. And then your spam musubi maker. This is a must. This will make your life easier. In the pan, we're going to put some olive oil. Trying to get that oil in there. Don't buy my stove. For some reason, it leans back a little bit, so the oil tends to go to one side of the pot or pan, unfortunately. Guys, keep tapping these screens. We need to get to Florida because we're not leaving here until we're ready to move to Florida, and we're so ready. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut up my spam. Everybody cuts it different sizes. Some like they're really, really thick. Some like they're really thin. We like ours about that size. No, they're not all gonna be completely the same size, more or less, but you get the gist of it. And then usually you can get about 10 slices out of 1 can. There's all my spam sliced up. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. My kids will devour this so quick. And then whatever's left over the next day tastes amazing. So that's what we got there. We're going to start dipping those in our dips. First, we're going to dip the spam in the flour. I don't know why I'm contemplating this when I've done this a million times. I'm going to put the spam in the flour. And then you're going to put it in the egg. And then you're going to toss it in the panko. You can double bread it if you like and make it extra crunchy. We don't like it too crunchy, so I don't usually double bread it. I just bread it 1 time. Just make sure they're coated that. Then we're going to line them up in the pan. Now I'm going to continue in the flour and the egg mixture, and then in the panko. And I'm just going to continue doing this until we've got all of them coated. But I'm going to do it as I fry them because I feel like they just fall off if you let them sit too long. So I'm doing it as I fry them up. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and fry up all the rest of these, and then I will be back when they're done and show you guys how we do the next step. Okay, so now we are going to start assembling our musubis. So here we have the pan of rice. I put it all in there. It's cooled down a lot. You want it to cool down so it's more of a sticky texture. And then I'm going to put the rest that I have of this furikake in there. And then you're just going to mix that all in. Make sure your rice is flavored. I don't add anything else to my rice because of the sauce that I dipped the chicken in, or the Spam in. There's the rice all finished. And then now we're just going to set up. I do put foil down on the table to wrap. There's my Spam done. There's 2 regular ones for my son who doesn't like it. You can make it more crispy. You can coat it more, however you like it. I like it just a little bit. Yeah. And now we have our nori down. And I'm going to use this maker, and we're going to put it towards the end, towards you. And how much rice you put in it is completely up to you. If you want more rice, then Spam. If you want more Spam, then rice. A lot of times it is rice, Spam, and then rice. But rice is expensive here. This type of rice. It's like $50 a bag that we pay. So I am going to make sure that we don't use too much. And then now we're going to take our Spam, and we are going to dip it in that sauce that we made. Just a quick dip. You don't want to soak it in there. Just give it enough flavor. It's going to go through the rice. And I'm going to put 2, 1 on each side, because this makes 2 musubis. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, and then now that that part is done, you're going to use the top part of the musubi maker, and you're going to put pressure on it, push it down, and pull it up away from you or towards you. And then now at this point, you want to put water on both ends so that you can seal it right. I already knew that this paper was not going to stick right, so I'm glad I did both sides because it would have been a fail. And then you just want to roll it. You just want to make sure it's tight on the corners, and then onto the last side. Then I just get a pan, and I'm not going to cut them yet because I want them to set before I cut them. But that's how it looks. And then I'm going to layer them in the pan. And then we're going to fill that up, and then we'll be back when it's done.